What about when you know, have gone up against him as well? You shared a ring before him, with him, I should say. What are kind of the main challenges that you face when you fought him?
Well, the thing is, when we fought twice, and both fights we had was a lot of aggression, a lot of sheer aggression between me and him in the fight, and that's the difference between fighting me and fighting Usyk. That aggression wasn't there. That's the difference between fighting me and fighting Usyk. That aggression wasn't there. That's the difference between fighting me and fighting Usyk. That aggression wasn't there. You know, he was sort of like boxing, trying to outbox someone who's been boxing for 20, 25 years or whatever, 30 years.
Big facts.
Well, I believe if you revisit the aggression that he had with me and him fight, I think he does a much better job and probably beat Usyk if it knock him out this time.
He's preaching right now.
What do you expect their camp is going to be working on, maybe slightly differently to the, you know, the last fight?
I honestly think their camp will just try and start a lot faster, try and be a lot more aggressive, and try and be a lot more less elusive and more aggressive, because that's just your strength. That's what I've been telling him. Me and him similar in a lot of ways, obviously. We have the aggressive style where we come forward and throw a lot of punches and stuff and be aggressive and enforce ourselves and the opponent. So I think they will be trying to get him back to that instead of that style he was doing last time, was trying to box and be elusive, which just doesn't work for him.
Yeah. How much do you think that this change of coach is going to help him as well with regards to his mentality? He's got Robert Garcia.
Ooh, what's good, family? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So we just heard there from your mans, Dillian White, aka Reverend White, the great late Reverend White. Yeah, he stayed preaching right now. He preached up. He said, listen, AJ went in there and rolled me up and smoked on me. I genuinely, of all of the people in boxing, I actually feel kind of sorry for Bumillion Shite, for Mr. Dillian White. Why? Well, he's really one of the only ones who got the full wrath of AJ. Everyone else since then has got some next dead thing. I feel guilty. I feel bad for Dillian. Imagine that. Imagine, yeah, having to fight the AJ he fought in 2015 and then seeing people like, I don't know, Pulev, for example. Pulev went in there and just got to fanny around for half the fight. Do you understand? I feel bad. Dillian got the worst rap, honestly. Dillian got it worse than anyone. No one got it as bad as Dillian, truth be known. That was the dastardly version of AJ. Bottom line. And that's what Dillian White said here. That's what Mr. Reverend White. When Mr. Reverend White was preaching, he said, listen, when AJ fought me, he was totally ferocious. Yeah, when AJ blew my back out and clapped my cheeks, he did it viciously. And Dillian's sitting there kind of posted up thinking, damn, why can't AJ clap this little middleweight Donny's cheeks the same way he clapped mine? That's the big question, and I get it. Imagine that as a man, from one man to another. You're sitting there at night, laying in bed thinking, damn, how bad does it look for me that Mr. Anthony John Stewart was able to take me, you know what I mean? 100%, took me all the way from behind. That's what happened. Big facts. Yeah, Dillian, he thinking, laying there at night thinking, wow, yes, consensually, me and Dean Fury, yes, now consensually, in 2022, me and Dean have our thing going on, but guess what? In 2015, there was nothing consensual about what AJ took from Dillian. Yeah, he got his booty. He lost his booty, as simple as that. He lost it. He didn't lose it. He got it took. Yeah, Dillian White, one of them square cats, comes to jail. Next thing you know, his booty took. 100%. You can't be naive in jail. It's one of them ones. Yeah, Dillian turned up in December 2015. He naive. And AJ took his booty. Simple as that, took it. 100%. Yeah? And he lay there now, and I can't lie to you, it's kind of adding up now. How did Dillian White find himself in the position he is, i.e. in some next 2022 style relationship with some big burly don called Dean Fury? I'm sorry, yeah, I ain't gonna make out I'm some sort of psychological whatever psychiatrist don, yeah, but listen, I'm telling you now, it's clearly a passage, it's clearly a chain of events which has led to the relationship we see Dean and Dillian in. And I hate to break it to you, but I believe it was trauma induced. Yeah, the trauma of what AJ did. The trauma of the cheek taken back in 2015 has now led. I mean, that's pretty standard. It's pretty well known. People who are abused often go on to some next relationships. Do you understand? Yeah. And that's Dillian. It's your man Dillian right now. Anyway, I've digressed, but the bottom line is here, yeah. And let me say this as well, because just in case YouTube are listening. Obviously, it's 2022, and Dillian has a right to do whatever he wants. Listen, Dillian, if you got your cheeks clapped by AJ in 2015, and you decide in 2022 that you're in love with some big burly Don Nick called Dean Fury, and fair play to you. Yeah, that's your right. In this country, we protect all the different zesty dons, 100%. We must protect them. Yeah, there's laws in place to protect all the different zesty cats out there, and you are one of them, and you will be protected 100%. Yeah, no discrimination. Yeah, discrimination 1981. That's the act, something like that, 100%. Yeah, Dillian White is protected by the law under the Zesty Act 1981. No, any zesty, any deviants out there, you are protected now by the law, 100%. Big facts. Now, where was I? More time. The point is, I feel bad for Dillian, but really, it's on AJ. Yeah, Dillian needs to sit down somewhere and reflect on what's happened here. Yeah, AJ owes it to everyone, most of all probably Dillian, one of his early victims. How can you treat one man one way and then another man another way? Do you understand? Treat all men the same. Yeah, give Usyk the same treatment you dished out to Dillian. That's all we ask for, the same treatment. You was in there just letting shots fly, eating shots, moshing forward. It's no wonder Dillian out here all confused looking. You're thinking, what the fuck? This guy got his ears boxed off by some middleweight cat. Meanwhile, I popped into jail and left without my booty. 100%. That's what Dillian said. Dillian said, listen, I had a few nights I had a quick weekend stay at the jail. I went in on Friday and I left on Sunday night without my booty. Yeah, he got took 100%. Yeah, AJ took Dillian White a booty with him. Simple as that. Meanwhile, you got 90,000 fans in Wembley or wherever it was, the Cardiff Stadium, and Usyk, some next small fry Donny, come in and took all your shit. Literally took it all. Yeah. Well, listen, whatever Usyk didn't push in, he took all your shit, 100%. Yeah. any shit, yeah, that Usyk didn't take, he pushed in. That's big facts. Because guess what? He took your belts. He took your pride. He took whatever else you want, and like I said, he pushed in the rest. How about that? Oops. Come here, like. What? He took all, did Usyk or did not Usyk take all AJ's belts? He took them all. Well, tell a lie, you gave them to him literally before the fight. Oh yeah, let's hold the belts. Let's take pictures with belts. What the fuck? They're your belts. About let's take pictures with them. Take pictures for what? Do you understand? Weird ass dude. Super weird. Yeah, and that's why I tell you, AJ is highly likely to be a clone. Because it begs the question, why wasn't AJ? Since if AJ is so close to be if AJ wants to be Mr. Mandela Gandhi, yeah, why wasn't he trying to take pictures with Dillian with his belts? Innit? Again, let's be consistent here. Yeah, and I'm hearing Dillian White's looking into filing a discrimination lawsuit against AJ. He feels discriminated against. He thinking, what? Yeah? How can AJ decide to clap my cheeks in some type of way and then not clap another man's cheeks the same way? Is that not the definition of discrimination? AJ discriminated against Dillian White's cheeks, yeah? Dillian White's cheeks got clapped something mean. Meanwhile, AJ out here trying to be all whatever with it. Super weird with it when it comes to Mr. Middleweight. It's not a good look. Look at this big burly Nick. Oh my god. This is bad. I'm telling you now, the gods, or the aliens, yeah, who made us, they're looking down thinking, what the what's this big burly Don Nick doing? Getting washed, yeah? They're sitting up there looking at all the mathematical calculations and thinking, what the fuck? How this little small fry cat washing this big bulbous engineer looking ass? You know what I mean? They confused right now. Yeah? Big, huge, anomalous alarms are going off. The aliens are like, what's going on here? And this big burly Don getting washed by some little thing. Yeah? The universe is starting to fray. I ain't lying to you. It's a fact. I've got a video coming soon. AJ and Usyk facing off, and I'm sorry, yeah, it looks as bad as, in fact it looks worse. I can't believe how big and burly AJ is compared to Usyk. It's wild. He's about 4 inches taller, and I'm sorry, look at what Bivol and Canelo did. Bivol and Canelo, yeah, there was a bit of a size difference, but it didn't look as bad as as AJ and Usyk did. And look what happened there. Bivol used his size to dominate probably one of the best fighters of the last 20 years. Facts. AJ has the same attributes, if not more. Bear in mind, people, Bivol isn't known as a massive power puncher. In fact, he's somewhat pillow-fisted, people might say. Bearing in mind, he don't get no KOs, for example. Bearing in mind, he don't put no one down. Yeah? Meanwhile, AJ, he put people down, he knocked people out. So AJ's got pound for pound more power than Bivol. But yet, you're in there with Usyk, who some people would say, pound for pound, Canelo was better than Usyk. Again, Canelo gets KOs. Canelo gets stoppages. Usyk don't do none of that. So it's like, the ball is firmly in AJ's court here. And I believe the AJ of 2015 would handle Usyk. I do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm naive. That's all I'm asking to see, though. And that's all Dillian White's asking to see. Yeah? Treat Usyk's cheeks the same way he was treated Dillian White's cheeks. Yeah? Simple as that.